It started the second night Ethan moved into his new apartment. 3 knocks. Software deliberate. Knock, knock, knock. He muted his laptop and glanced at the clock. 12:08 a.m. Odd timing for a visit. He walked over to the door and checked the peephole. Nothing. The hallway light outside flickered dimly, revealing the same worn carpet and peeling wallpaper he'd noticed on move-in day. The building was old, quiet, and cheap. He figured someone had the wrong door and went back to his desk. He didn't realize then that those knocks would come again. And again. Every night. The next morning, he ran into someone. A man, maybe late 40s, thin frame, hunched posture, wearing a gray hoodie with greasy stains on the sleeves. He was standing in front of the apartment next to Ethan's, Unit 4B. "Morning," Ethan said, offering a polite nod. The man didn't answer, just stared for a few seconds, eyes glassy and distant, before turning and entering his apartment. Ethan didn't think much of it. The guy seemed like the type who wanted to be left alone. The building was full of people like that. Still, the stare unsettled him. That night, Ethan stayed up late finishing a project. At 12:08 a.m., like clockwork, the knocking returned. 3 slow taps. This time he went to the door faster. Nothing. He opened the door just a crack, no one in sight. The hallway was completely silent. No footsteps, no closing doors, just stillness. He chalked it up to bad timing. But it happened again the next night. And the one after that. Always at exactly 12:08 a.m., always 3 knocks, never anyone there. On the 5th night, he stood in front of the peephole waiting. When the knock came, he immediately looked. Nothing. But he heard breathing. Soft, steady, right on the other side. He froze. The breath was right there. But no one was visible. The next morning, he found something under his door, a slip of paper folded in half. On the inside, written in messy handwriting, "I see you." He stared at it for a long time before tossing it in the trash. That day, he went to the building manager. "The guy in 4B, Ethan said, "does he ever bother anyone?" The manager looked up from a crossword puzzle. "Been there a while, keeps to himself, doesn't talk to anyone. He's been knocking on my door every night, and I'm pretty sure he left me this." Ethan showed him a photo of the note on his phone. The manager shrugged. "Look, if he hasn't broken any laws, there's not much I can do. Talk to him if it bothers you that much." Ethan didn't talk to him. That night, he stayed up again. When the knocking started, he didn't go to the door. Instead, he whispered through it, "I know it's you." No answer. Just silence. Then a whisper. "You shouldn't talk through doors." Ethan backed away. The next morning, he bought a small motion-triggered webcam and set it up facing the hallway through the peephole. He let it record all night. The footage was uneventful until 12:08. Right as the knocking started, the video glitched. A 10-second static burst, then nothing. No figure, no movement. When the static cleared, there was a note on the floor again. This one read, "Cameras won't help you." He installed a second lock, and a chain, and a wedge bar, but it didn't stop. On the 7th night, Ethan woke up to the sound of his door handle rattling. Someone was trying to open it. He stayed in bed, heart pounding, gripping the baseball bat he now kept by the nightstand. The handle stopped. Then a soft voice on the other side of the door. "You forgot to lock the top one." He didn't sleep the rest of the night. In the morning, he checked the hallway again. Empty. He knocked on 4B's door. No answer. He knocked again. This time, the door opened just an inch on its own, slowly. The apartment inside was dark. Silent. He called out, "Hello?" Nothing. He stepped back and let the door swing shut. Later that day, he spoke to a woman from the 3rd floor while grabbing mail. "Hey, he said. Do you know the guy in 4B? Her face changed. No one's in 4B. I've seen him, Ethan said. Older guy, hoodie, doesn't talk much. That apartment's been empty since 2021. Someone died in there. Overdose, I think. The manager hasn't been able to rent it. Ethan didn't know what to say. He went back upstairs, heart racing. He knocked on 4B again. This time, the door was locked. He tried the knob, nothing. He leaned against it and listened, breathing. On the other side, deep and slow. That night, he heard the knocking again, but this time, it came from his closet. Knock, knock, knock. He turned on every light in the apartment and opened the closet door. Empty, but inside, etched into the wood at eye level, were 3 long scratches. His phone buzzed, a notification from his webcam app. Motion detected. He opened the feed. The hallway was empty, but his door opened slowly on screen. Yet, when he looked up in real life, his door was still shut, still chained, still locked. He grabbed his bag, phone, keys, and ran. He didn't pack anything else. He didn't care. He didn't go back for a week. When he finally returned with a friend to grab the rest of his stuff, he noticed something odd. The door to 4B had no knob, just a flat metal plate, screwed in where the handle should have been. His friend asked, "This the place with the weird guy?" Ethan said nothing. He grabbed his boxes, laptop, and left. He moved across town. New place, new locks, higher rent, worth every penny. It's been 3 months. He hasn't heard any knocks. Until last night. At 12:08 a.m., his phone buzzed with a motion notification. He checked the camera. The hallway was empty. Then, 3 knocks. Knock, 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 from inside his closet. But this time, when he opened it, there was something different. A photograph. One from his childhood. A picture he hadn't seen in over a decade, from a drawer he'd never unpacked. Written in red ink on the back. You never left. Every night since, the knocks come earlier. 12:08 became 12:06, then 12:01. Now they begin at 11:59 p.m. Ethan no longer sleeps. He's moved twice since. Burned the closet door, switched states, got rid of every camera, every device. But no matter where he goes, it finds him. The man in 4B was never just a man. And Ethan was never meant to leave that building alive. The knocks aren't trying to get in. They're trying to remind him he already let it in.